Feature Friday.
The freshest. Level of admiring that I have for every K-pop idol that has a crazy schedule. Like for example, Jackson Wang, to me, that man doesn't sleep, and then he speaks like 4 languages, and you're like, bro, how are you able to like cope with everything? It's pretty crazy. It's amazing what humans can do.
It doesn't make sense. The first time, so story behind like the Jackson Wang interview too, they canceled on me 3 times before I was actually able to finally do it. And I fought for that interview. But thankfully, like the label rep that I'm really close with, he also did as well. He was like, no, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I was like, okay, I don't believe you, but all right. So it finally, like the first or the second or third time that it was supposed to happen, it would have been 2 a.m. his time. So it was at like 11 a.m. my time. It would have been 2 a.m. where he is in China. And they basically had to cancel it because he was hopping on another call with his management here in the States to plan something else that he was doing. Because he has Korean management, Chinese management, and US management. So all of them have to be on the same page all the time. So he was working in the middle of the night. And that's why we couldn't do the interview. So that was crazy.
That's crazy as well, dude. It's like, it's so hard also to, say you're someone that you kind of enjoy his music, but they go so much behind the scenes, and I think it's so that's why I enjoy this whole podcast settings and the interviews you do, because it allows those guys to kind of give you a tiny little insight into knowing what really goes on behind the scenes, because that's also something else. We're just talking about fame and all that stuff. It's like when you see those guys walking around the street, they're not just normal people walking around the street. They're like, they have probably 2 hours sleep, 5 hours sleep. They're thinking, I can't walk funny because that's going to make the news. I can't fucking say this. I can't say that. So it's a bizarre world.
Yeah,
but
it is.
About Jackson specifically, I think what's really interesting about him is that whilst he was in GOT7, and GOT7 is still a thing, but let's say that it stopped for now. Having that vision of, let me build something already with me, so that the future, the next 30, 20 years of Jackson Wang look upwards and don't look stagnant. It's really smart. Did you ever talk to him regarding like the
building of the Team Wang brand?
Yeah, from the beginning, because
so it's definitely this past interview session. It was right after the whole announcement about GOT7 came out. So they even kind of instructed us to not mention, that. So I tried to ask a question in a sense where it was like, now that you're able, to focus on your solo career, how does this feel, being able to, and he kind of said the same thing. He was like, well, we've always focused on all of our solo careers. So this isn't anything new to us, but it definitely gives us more time to have a personal life. And then, something that I found out kind of later down the road is, with like Team Wang and everything, he was never able to actually promote that in Korea when he was signed with GOT7. So I'm sure this opens, because of a contractual, that would have been a conflict of interest.
I've read that several times before,
so I'm sure this has opened up a lot of doors even for him in Korea to be able to just be Jackson and, make money from his own things and actually have a brand out there where it isn't just GOT7. So I really love that for him. And I think he's truly enjoying everything that he's doing. And he's performed already at, at festivals in China, and he's having his own shows. So I think he's been the one who's been like, let's get to it. I'm ready. let's do this. And that's really cool.
He's been really on job.
Have you checked out his latest single?
No, I haven't, because it came out like 2 days ago.
No spoilers, but oh my God, you're gonna die.
I know. I saw blood. Listen, I almost watched it, and then I saw blood, and I was like, I'm not in the right emotional space right now to watch that, so I didn't. But I also
it's a tough one.
K-pop videos for me, I always don't watch them immediately in case I change my mind and want to do a reaction video to them. So I usually take a while, and then when I finally, like maybe a week later, I'm like, no, I don't want to react to it. Let me just watch it or something like that. So I have a weird mindset about like breaking news, unless it's like BTS or ITZY, and then I watch it right away. I do a reaction right away.